welcome back to Cutting Sense. I want to talk about something I've been meaning to talk about for a while. I'd actually recorded a video before, and then right before I went to upload it, they changed the entire GUI online, so it would have been confusing to try to watch the video and do anything because everything's in a different place. But I've been meaning to talk about it for a while, and I'm involved in a number of different DeFi projects. I'm on only a couple on Binance. More so, I've been trying to get in on the Polygon ones, but I'll talk about those later. But Pancake Swap is one of the bigger ones. Pancake Swap is on Binance. Uniswap is probably bigger. I think it's bigger by market cap. It's on Ethereum though, and I don't like fees. I know you don't really have to pay them, but with Uniswap, but it's just the reason I don't. When Ethereum goes to proof of stake and fees go away or drop way down, I'll use it more often. But Pancake Swap is on Binance. It's the GUI's good. It's pretty easy to figure out. They aren't really hiding anything. You can find the white paper and everything else, and it kind of explains how to do everything. But enough about me rambling about it. I'll just go in and show you. So the site does have a light mode and a dark mode, but I mean, who wants light mode? Dark mode's life. But this is just the drop page. Just got all the basic info there for you. You can go search through that if you want. The white paper is located in there. It'll talk. It isn't in dark mode, but it'll talk you through everything and explain some things a little bit more than I will. The first thing I want to talk about is pools. So their syrup pools are your staking your cake that you earn through generally the liquidity pairs, which I'll talk about next. But you stake in the cake you earn in here, and in the syrup pools you earn whatever pool the token's for. You're kind of staking your cake and you earn interest in these projects. And I've done some of these and got into some random projects from staking my cake and then getting some stuff. I got some PMON there for a while. Ended up selling all that while PMON's drop was going live. It wasn't enough to actually take part in the game, but it ended up being worth, I think I made 15-20 bucks on it after the price of PMON skyrocketed. But this is it. The two main ones I do are auto cake, because it automatically compounds your cake and puts it back in without fees. There is a 2% performance fee, but I mean 76% APY, you can't really beat that. It means over the course of the year I'll earn, well right now because I pulled a bunch of my cake out, but I mean I've got $51 worth of cake in there, so 3.4 cake, and at the end of the year I'll earn 2 cake. So I mean auto compounding, it shows you, I mean 5 years, that's 57 cake. Will Pancake Swap be around in 5 years? Will crypto be around in 5 years? Unknown. I think so, but who knows what'll happen. But I just plan on keeping my cake. I'll move my cake around. You can sort it pretty easily. Staked only. I've got most of my cake dropped in SPS right now. SPS is the Splinterland shards, and I obviously love Splinterlands. And just earning some bonus SPS tokens here before I transfer them back over to Splinterlands to use in there for governance or voting or any of the stuff that we could do for SPS or will be able to do with SPS in the future. So the biggest difference between the two, and it's the same with manual cake. Manual cake, you have to compound it on your own, or you can collect it. Sometimes I'll stick some in here just to collect to spend randomly, like on voting, or not voting, the prediction or those random other lottery, the prediction in the lottery. But mostly auto cake is what I do. But the most notable difference between just the cake ones and the other ones is that it has an end date. But I will stake cake in projects I know. Alien Worlds is a TLM in here every now and again. I'll pull my cake out and stick something in there, or Splinterlands, or sometimes I'll look through one of these and find a random project that I haven't heard of and I want to learn about and try to get on, early, because a lot of these gets put up in a pool on stake first or shortly after the token goes live. But another big one is farms. This is just liquidity pools. So like Cake BNB, you can sort by APY. I was chasing these for a while, but these are pretty hectic to keep up with. I was chasing APRs for a while. I got a decent amount of cake that way, but eventually the prices fluctuate too much for me to want to try to keep up with. But I mean, 230 APR, and that's if it stays at that point. It will most likely drop down into this range, the 60s, which is still high. I'm not bashing 60% APR, but 230 is better than 60. But when you're providing the liquidity pairs, you're basically there's a transaction fee for swapping BNB to cart, and that fee is then paid out to the liquidity pair holders. So that's just kind of how staking LP tokens work. Now, to get these, you have to have an equal amount of cart and BNB, like $25 and $25 at the time. So like if BNB goes up, the value of your LP token will go up, and vice versa. If cart goes down, the value will go down. But when you make it, you need to have the same amount, 25 and 25, and you get X amount LP token. And then whatever the value is at the end, you export it out for equal amount cart and BNB. Again, if the value's gone up, you'll get $50 BNB, $50 cart, but it doesn't always happen like that. But what you get here is cake, which then you can use in syrup pools. I have total earned, I think I've doubled my money in cake in here. I'm pretty sure I put in 100. And I've got right around 200 now, right over 200. So 6 months isn't bad. I did buy it at a good time and the price is going up, but I'll get into the price fluctuation later on. But that's how liquidity pairs work. It's a little confusing, but once you've done it a couple times, I suggest you don't do cart. Say you do something safer, I guess is the right word, like Cake BNB. Those tokens will both be around for a while, and you get 42% APR, which is still fine. Once you get a better understanding, you can chase it and try to lock down the 188% returns for as long as you can. You just have to watch out for fees. It's got to be in there for 3 or 4 days before you withdraw and have to pay. If you hold it in there that time frame and then withdraw, you don't have to pay a fee. Same thing with AutoCake. But these are some of the more fun ones here, is the prediction and the lottery. If prediction loads, it's a 50-50 prediction. There we go. If it loads for me correctly, I'm lucky. But we can look at the lottery. So lottery costs cake. How much it is? Oh, $5 at the time. So it's $5 worth of cake at the time of purchase. So if I buy a ticket right now, it'd be 0.3 roughly cake. But if the price of cake goes up $10 between now and 7 p.m., it doesn't matter. It's still only one ticket. You purchase a ticket. It's just like the lottery. If you've ever played like the Powerball, you get 6 numbers. Match 1, you get 215 cake, but it's split between everybody. Match 2, 323. Match all 6, you get 4,302 cake, which sounds pretty great for $5. and it burns a portion. It'll show you the breakdown, and if somebody doesn't win, rolls over to the next one. But here's a pretty typical breakdown from what I've seen. The first one is generally split between a large number of winners, so 0.5 cake. So if they put in $5, they made $5. Generally, this is closer to break even, is what I had seen. And we can look at a couple here. You'll see that I've seen a lot in the match 3 win, which is still great. Occasionally, I'll see a match 4 win, but generally not much higher than that. Yeah, see, there's a 4. I don't think I've ever seen a 6. I've only seen 5 once, and I will randomly do this. It isn't something I do frequently, but yeah, when SPS ends, I'll probably toss a couple in manual cake, and whenever I end up with get a whole cake from it, I'll probably go and buy a couple lottery tickets just because I like gambling a little bit. It was on the screen briefly earlier, but here we go. So this is just betting. It's straight betting on the price of BNB and where it's going. You can bet up and down. You're betting against the other people. I've won a couple times, but it's not like crazy. I bet the minimum. I think I bet 0.01 or 0.1 BNB. And you're just betting against the chart. That's it. Which way the candle's going to go. Down or up. And your prize is based upon the payouts based upon the amount of people betting the other direction, because you're taking their money. And that's it. But the exchange, you can exchange your BNB here for anything. That is a scam to coin I was just looking at. But you can swap your BNB for anything. It's not going to show up because it is running really slow lately. I don't know if that's because the Binance chain is running slow, or if it's just Pancake swap in general. But it's specifically the exchange that I've noticed the slowness on. I do most of my Binance swapping here. I'll buy BNB with my credit card, generally on Binance.us, and then swap it over to here through Trust Wallet. The price is on a downtrend right now. I was not in at this point. I bought in down here around June and July. I'm not saying it was the lowest point. It was my luck. I think it was more like around here. So we're about even with where I am, but I've basically doubled throughout this run here with APRs and return on cake. So I'll take it. It'd have been real cool to be involved back here, and that's what I'm hoping happens with some of the Polygon DeFi. But for now, I'm happy. And that's Pancake Swap in a nutshell. I mean, it's a lot to get around. There's a lot of terminology and stuff and things you have to figure out by digging through the internet and watching tutorials and watching people ramble about it like me. But I've learned a lot about DeFi, and I think that is where a lot of these projects like Pancake Swap, where there's money to be made by staking and all of that. Like I said, I think I put 150. So I have a Google Sheet I kind of track things on. And I had invested initially like 100 and then came back and invested 50 later. But total, I have right under 14 cake right now. So the average cost that I've paid for my cake was 10.71, and that isn't the price I bought the cake at. That, and my average price per coin is brought down off my initial investment divided by the number I have now. So as I accumulate cake, the price I initially paid for cake drops, and as I sell it, if I sell it, the price goes up. And I just try to keep the price per coin that I have, I'd like it to be less than the current price, ideally. And the current price is $14.92, and my current worth is $208.88. So I've made about $60 off of Cake. So I didn't double my money, but I made about a third of it back in APR this year, which is good. So by next July, I should see the 100% or 76% that Auto Cake has, unless I invested in other projects like I am right now with SPS. But all in all, it's been a great way to get into some newer projects and try to learn about those and stay involved in learning what I can about Cake and earning some money through Cake. I haven't sold any of my Cake. I think that eventually the price, I don't know if we'll see the $40 that we were seeing again, but I think it is worth more than $15, and the price should go back up a little bit. Hopefully Bitcoin goes back up and the price of Cake will follow eventually. But that's it. Have any questions or anything, let me know and I'll try to help you out. If not, thanks for watching another Counting Cents episode, and you all have a great night.